pulled a worn-out marker from his pocket, laid his cardboard on the ground. Shaking hands, he wrote, "Help me," on the busy corner of the town. Some folks stare at him like he's a sideshow. Others look away pretending he's not there. Every now and then a window opens with a dollar and some change to show they care. And by the grace of God we walk upon this planet. Our lives can turn around on a dime. You and I might look at him as different. The only difference is a double yellow line. He ran away from all of those who loved him. Did everything he could to ease the pain. Now he lives among the helpless and the hopeless, and holds his sign a little higher in the rain. See, a year ago we had a wife and baby, a good job that he worked from 9 to 5. In an instant he lost everything he loved for when a drunk crossed over the yellow line. And by the grace of God we walk upon this planet. Our lives can turn around on a dime. You might look at him as though he's different. The only difference is a double yellow line. Quick to judge those who live on the corner. Our lives can turn around on a dime. You might look at him as being different. The only difference is a double yellow line. The only difference is a double yellow line.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you so much. Yes. Welcome, everybody, to another Storytellers Session. And again, I'm Mark Allen Cash, and we're so glad that you're with us this evening. And, you know, I'm excited about this guy. And he's been here before, several times, as a matter of fact. But you're going to enjoy this hour, I promise you. We have the very talented Mr. Landon Walls with us today.
Woo!
Landon!
What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, my friend. Take it away, buddy.
Thank you, man. Well, it's always good to be out here at the Hideaway Farms, man. It's a beautiful place, and always been a huge Johnny Cash fan, so playing on the stage is always an incredible honor. So thank y'all for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for being here.
So I was born on a very tragic day in country music history, and that's what this song right here is about. He died on the day that I was born, on the 12th of September. I celebrate and mourn my first day on earth, the day he left the stage. Tears of joy, tears of sorrow, spelling out on the same page. If I bow my head in the middle of my song, please know I'm okay, ain't nothing wrong. I can't do this myself. There ain't no use in trying So once again, our last journey in Jesus, to help me walk that line. I ain't perfect, never said I was. I stumble, I fall, I get right back up. I know Jesus loves me, I know without a doubt. I never got to shake Johnny's hand. Lord, let my music make him proud. So if I bow my head in the middle of my song, please know I'm okay, ain't nothing wrong. I can't do this myself, there ain't no use in trying. So once again, I'll ask Johnny and Jesus to help me walk that line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine, but we all need a little help from time to time. So if I bow my head in the middle of my song, please know I'm okay, ain't nothing wrong. I can't do this myself, there ain't no use in trying. So once again, I'll ask Johnny and Jesus. Once again, I'll ask Johnny and Jesus to help me walk that line, to help me walk that line.
Wow.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Thank y'all.
My goodness gracious.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That song right there means a lot to me, man. I've always been a huge Johnny fan, and sadly I never got to meet him. He passed away on the day I was born, so hopefully making him proud up there.
Bless you with a gift.
Oh, thank you, man.
He left something for you, that's for sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So this song right here, whenever I was around 7 years old, I had a crush on the girl across the street. And I was riding my bike, and we have this hill right here. It's pretty big. And I had a gnarly bike crash because I was going to wave at her. I looked to my right. I was like, yo, what's up? And I forgot I was on a bike. So that ended up being pretty gnarly, and that's what the song right here is about. The pavement broke my fall, but no broken bones. Lost half a tooth and all my pride. I went limping home. She must have seen me through the window, 'cause the door flew open wide. She ran to me and carried me inside. So I said, Mama, what'd you do that for? I'm almost 7, I ain't a baby no more. She gently held my head, I still remember what she said. I'll run to you till these legs can't run no more. If I had to, I'd crawl across the floor, I'd cross the desert, through fire on my hands and knees, fight through barbed wire if I had to. 'Cause that's what mamas do. die like she ain't never heard me play before. She's been front row since my first show on our living room floor. So I said, Mom, I know you're hurting. Why don't you sit this one out? And she said, baby, what you talking about? I'll run to you till these legs can't run no more. If I had to, I'd crawl across the floor, across the desert, through fire on my hands and knees, fight through barbed wire if I had to. 'Cause that's what mamas do. I said, Mama, when we get to heaven, will you still know who I am? Will I look like a little boy or a full-grown man? She said, boy, don't you worry. I'll know when I see you. And baby, you know what I'll do. I'll run to you, 'cause these legs won't hurt no more. But if I had to, I'd crawl on heaven's floor. I'd cross the desert, through fire on my hands and knees, fight through barbed wire if I had to. 'Cause that's what mamas do. 'Cause that's what mamas do.
Man,
Thank you very much.
That's beautiful.
Wow. I bet your mom loves that.
I think it's her favorite song.
Landon Wall, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, man.
You know, I'll tell you what, it's been a while. How long has it been since you've been here?
I think it's probably been about 4 months.
I think
it's been
so.
too long, man.
At least, yeah, too long, absolutely. And you know, I know you talk like you're 40 and you write music like you're 45. But I know our guests are wondering, our audience out there, how old are you, my friend?
I am 16.
16 years old, and writes and plays and sings like that. My goodness gracious. When I was 16 years old, I couldn't find the coat closet, man. You know, I don't know. That's very impressive. Well, you know, you've got one heck of a career ahead of you. You know,
Thank you so much.
Really do. And you've got such nice folks too.
I do.
You know,
I do.
They're behind you 100%. You know.
They're amazing, man. They're a blessing.
When did you realize that music? And by the way, if you just joined us, you can the episode premiere will be in the chat below. Right, Ryan? Did I say that right? Forgive me, folks. I'm new at this. I'm not new at the stage, but I'm new at the camera.
All the information to get a hold of Landon will be at the bottom of the page in the comments.
Oh, I see.
And we want them to join us for the live chat on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central.
And who are you, ma'am? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Shelby Cash.
Yeah, this is my wife, Shelby. Everybody, and our sidekick. You know, our commentary. She's great. She helps me.
She is.
And without her, I'd still be out in the parking lot somewhere walking around looking for the building.
That's a true story, too.
Hi, Shelby. Thank you for joining us today.
Course.
How are you on this cloudy day? It's been raining a little bit today.
Yeah, but there's nothing but sunshine in here. So.
Isn't that the truth?
Sunshine and good music.
Isn't that the truth? So when did you decide, okay, music is what I want to do? I mean, my goodness, you're 16. I mean, when did that happen?
Yeah, man. So starting off, I got into musical theater. And I fell in love with the music aspect of it. It was a great way to be able to express myself because, you know, growing up, there's a lot of different emotions you're feeling, and you don't really know how to get them out. So I found out music was a good way to kind of express myself and let people know what I was feeling. So then we got into songwriting with Dad whenever I was right around 7, right? I was right around 7, and we had some stuff going on at the home. It was a good way to me and him kind of came together and we were able to tell stories, just kind of bond. So we've been doing it ever since, and I've loved it.
Man, that is fantastic, especially in today's age, that you have that rapport. and you and your dad can hang out and write songs together. And what an inspiration. I mean, that's fantastic. And so
7 years old, so that means that you started learning, like getting in touch with your emotions at 7 years old. That's huge. There's some people, and I won't mention who, but there's a lot of people that have like a lifetime. They look for that, and they never find their place or their heart, or so that is a blessing in itself.
Well, thank you.
That's huge.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
you're singing, man. Have you had any training at all?
I've done a couple vocal lessons. I don't have a lockdown vocal coach right now, so I've just been kind of watching YouTube and stuff. But
Well, you know, Johnny Cash said it best, and he was on this stage many, many times. He said, if you got it, you always will. If you don't, you never will. It's just the way it is. It's you either got it or you don't. There's no in between in this business. So
yes, sir.
well, fantastic. I have been entertaining a long, long time, and it's very rarely do I run into somebody at your age with the talent that you have and the experience that you already show is amazing. How about another song, man?
Yeah, man, 100%.
Everybody listen to Landon Wall.
So this song right here, this is a song about that girl I actually had the crush on across the street.
You liked her, didn't you?
I did. She was actually my first girlfriend.
Oh,
And
right, there you go.
And yeah, that didn't end too well. So this song right here, so my brother came running up the hill one time, and he told me, "Hey, Landon, just caught your girlfriend playing Spin the Bottle." And at 7 years old, I didn't know what that was. So he came up. I'm like, "Is she cut or something? Why was she playing with bottles?" And he explained to me what it was, and of course, I was definitely devastated. And a few years after that, we wrote this song right here. Still had the emotions. So yeah, this one right here. Hope you guys like it. Never met him, I don't know who he is, but I know I'm holding something that is his. No more lies, no more alibis, I've seen him in your eyes. When you thought of him, you lit up like New York City. You were standing there, but your mind was on the run. I don't even want to know, spare me the nitty-gritty. Your face said it all, I can see you've had your fun. No more lies, no more alibis, I've seen them in your eyes. You can say it's just a passing flame. I left my past when I put on this ring. The one you love, you can't disguise. I've seen them in your eyes. When you thought of him, you lit up like New York City. You were standing there, but your mind was on the run. I don't even want to know, spare me the nitty-gritty. Your face said it all, I can see you've had your fun. No more lies, no more alibis, I've seen them in your eyes. When you thought of him, you lit up like New York City. You were standing there, but your mind was on the run. I don't even want to know, spare me the nitty gritty. Your face said it all, I can see you've had your fun. No more lies, no more alibis. I've seen them in your eyes.
Man, fantastic. That
Thank
is
you, man.
Great. And you wrote that when?
We wrote that one a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago.
Yes,
wow,
sir.
fantastic. Well, you know, do you book yourself?
Do I book myself?
Yes.
So I got my mama helping me out with that, but yeah, we usually do.
So she works the pages and the telephone and the,
Yes,
and
sir.
the emails.
I
and
call her a momager.
that's fantastic.
awesome.
Fantastic. Your mom's great people. They're
She's
just good
great.
folks. Yeah, they are. And so up until just recently, you stay busy, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Do you stay on the road pretty constant?
I always try to. I feel, it's always better to stay busy than to be doing nothing. So
Absolutely. And so your parents go with you, of course?
they do. They do.
You know, it's hard to find a mom and dad that would do that, man.
It is.
They would have the time to do that, and they would
They've been
dedicate
super
themselves.
supportive. And
Yeah, they are. They are definitely. And you're extremely talented. I don't blame them. You know, and I know they're proud of you. But
Thank you, man.
Tell me a little bit about that guitar you're playing.
yeah, man. So as my voice started changing, it started really early. And so I was about 9. I was about 9 whenever the first part of the change started happening. And then at about 13, I dropped about 2 octaves. So I didn't really know how to keep up with it. I'd be mid-song, and I'd be changing the capo. And, you'd never seen somebody do that many key changes in a song. So I ended up figuring out that the higher up I was going, I was on capo 11. And if you're a guitar player, you know the 12th fret is a complete duplicate of the open tuning.
Right.
So as I noticed capo 11, I could tune down a half step and be able to go to that. And it got to the point where I was 2.5 steps down in tuning. So now I got me a custom guitar that's a baritone. It's able to keep up with me on the tuning. So I love it.
Oh, it sounds great. It's got an unusual sound, and I love the deep richness of it.
Yeah, man.
And,
Martin. I've always wanted a Martin, and I didn't know they made baritones. So it was a godsend.
Yeah. Well, it sounds fantastic. It fits you.
Thank you, man.
And do you write? How do you write? I mean, does Dad come up with an idea, or you, both of you, or do you write a melody first, have a melody in mind, and then write some lyrics to it? Or
It kind of goes either way. So sometimes, like that song "In Your Eyes," I was messing around with my guitar at about 3 a.m. And I kind of
sounds like me.
Yeah, man. If you're a guitar player and you get a guitar idea, you hear it in your head, and you got to go pick up the guitar and figure it out. Absolutely. So that song right there, I was messing around with that whole vibe. And I came downstairs and I woke up Dad. Probably not the best idea, but I was like, "Yo, Dad, I got this guitar idea. We need to work on it." And so I came up with the guitar idea and kind of just brainstormed, and I came together over about a couple days. So and then sometimes he'll come to me with a lyric idea and be like, "Hey, Landon, I got this idea right here," and we'll sit down and work on it. So it can go either way. I'm a songwriting team with my dad, so it's been a good bonding experience and a way we can kind of hang out and come up with some different stuff together.
Absolutely. And when the idea hits you, you got to go with it.
Yeah, man.
Waylon Jennings wrote, I think it was Lukenbach, Texas, on the back of a matchbook cover on the way to the studio. He needed one more song for the album.
Yeah.
And that's what he wrote on the way to the studio. Can you imagine
awesome.
that? So, yeah, when it hits you, it hits you. So, but, I'm proud of you.
Thank
And,
you,
maybe I can open a show for you someday.
Hey, man, that'd be a big honor.
Oh, I'm telling you. Well, how about another one?
Yeah, man,
All right.
100%.
Did you write this next one as well?
I did.
Oh, man.
So all the ones I'm gonna be doing for you guys, I wrote these ones either with my dad or with a friend of ours.
Well, the first thing that they ask when they discover you and realize your talent is, do you write?
Yes, sir.
And so that's going to be a big yes, and they can sit there as long as they could for 2 days and listening to you do your own songs, and that's fantastic.
Thank you, man.
All right, Landon Wall, everybody.
So this tune right here, we wrote this one with a friend of ours, Lee Hester. And I've always been a big fan of Drop D. And I love the versatility of it. So you can go from doing some really big outlaw song, like all the,
I love it.
to all the pretty stuff.
I use it quite often.
Oh yeah, it's such a good tuning. So we went to the write with Lee, and it was our first write with him. And we're actually related, and we had never wrote with him. It was a super cool experience. He's got this really cool vibe to him. And it's always good to write with people that have different vibes than you, because you can always end up creating a different sound than what you're used to doing. So whenever we went into this write, he kind of has that pop vibe, and kind of brought that out of me a little bit. So it was a cool one. And yeah, man. So this song right here is about putting the past behind you and just keep on looking forward. And I think this one right here is going to be my next single, so be on the lookout for it. We just got out of the studio with it. And yeah, so here we go. It's just another one of my days, the end and why. Get lost in my head, remembering what you said. Yeah, no, I gotta let you go. When I hear our favorite song and I wanna sing along, I spin that dial around. Gotta get out of this old song town. So no more looking back, I'm moving on from where I've been. I'm gonna follow my heart out of this place. Where I'm going, I don't know, but I'm leaving yesterday. It's time for me to turn the key, turn a map down of memories to a place I used to know, a place I never go. I'm heading for tomorrow. So when I hear our favorite song and I wanna sing along, I spin that dial around. Gotta get out of this old song town. So no more looking back, I'm moving on from where I've been. I'm gonna follow my heart out of this place. Where I'm going, I don't know, but I'm leaving yesterday. Taking back my heart, taking back what's mine. I was lost, but now I find. When I hear our favorite song and I wanna sing along, I spin that dial around. Gotta get out of this one song town. So no more looking back, I'm moving on from where I've been. I'm gonna follow my heart out of this place. Where I'm going, I don't know, but I'm leaving yesterday. Where I'm going, I don't know, but I'm leaving yesterday.
My goodness
Wow,
gracious.
that was
Wow.
really nice.
Thank you.
That's deep. That
Thank
is
you.
really, what a great song.
Thank you.
I know you're proud of that one.
Man, I really love that song.
Yeah.
It it can apply to a lot of different things, and I really love that song, man. I love writing with Lee. He's a great guy to write with.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
kind.
Fantastic. Well, what would you say if you had to tell me your best experience so far in this business? What has it been? Would you say your biggest moment, maybe?
Yeah, man. I've been really blessed to have some great mentors and great people. Back whenever I was about 12, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Hunter Hayes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, man.
Goodness, what a
Super
talent,
great guy.
What a talented guy.
Oh, yeah.
Super guitar player.
Oh, yeah. He's insane. I think he plays like 20-something instruments. It's insane.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So I used to be a Hunter Hayes tribute artist back in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And he saw a video of me singing, and he invited me whenever I was 12 to play with him at the Carolina Country Music Festival in
Really?
front of 22,000 people.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was a super cool experience. And
Wow.
I just saw Hunter a little while back, actually, at the Bluebird movies documentary, and it was super good to see him. And,
Wow.
Yeah, man. He's always been a great guy to look up to.
Well, you know, that was very kind of him, and 22,000 people.
Yeah, man.
Well,
That's
you know,
crazy.
here's your problem with that. Once you get that taste in your mouth and that rush of 22,000 people, you'll never go backwards. You
I know, right? It's
You
hard
know,
to get it out.
Oh, it is, absolutely. You know, and my father, Tommy Cash, used to do state fairs and things like that, and we'd go out and there'd be thousands of people out there, not 22,000, but you know, and what a rush! You know,
It is.
Of you can just feel the energy from the crowd, you know, and I know they loved you, man.
It was super cool, man. Hunter's such a humble guy.
Is he really?
And, yeah, man, great mentor to look up to.
Well, you tell him Mark Allen Cash said hello, will you? Next
I
time
will.
you speak to Hunter Hayes.
I will, man.
I like to
will.
watch him. He's a heck of an entertainer.
He is.
You know, he really is comfortable on the stage. That's where he belongs.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. If you're not familiar with Hunter Hayes, go look him up. You won't be sorry you did.
Yeah, man. He's crazy. He is crazy.
We're plugging him, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I can't help but mention God. You know, in my shows, I hope I don't upset anybody, but you know, I tell you, and the way that the country is the shape that we're in today, we need each other.
We do.
And we need God, I think.
100%.
And you know, my dad is. I saw him yesterday, and you know, he's frail, and I love him so much. And you just hang on to the folks you love right now, and spend all the time you can with them. And right.
Yeah, man.
This is Randy Travis wrote this song, and I'd like to do it for you. It's called "I Am Going."
Yeah.
I am going where I've never been. I am going where there's no sin. I will join my Lord and friend. I am going where I've never been. Don't be crying, 'cause I'm not here. Don't be crying those bitter tears. I'll be happy the first time in years. Don't be crying bitter tears. 'Cause I have traveled life's weary highways, and my last journey is at hand. And I can hear the angels calling. I am going where I've never been. I have traveled life's weary highways, and my last journey is at hand. And I can hear the angels calling. I am going where I've never been. Yes, I am going where I've never been. I am going. Yeah. Thank you so much. Randy, you know, I heard him do it, and I went back and looked at the writer, and it was Randy himself. And what
It had
a
to be an
song.
experience,
Yeah.
man.
you know, I just recorded it not long ago, and I think I'm gonna put it on my new album. So, but,
Yeah, man.
you
Sounded
know,
great.
Yeah, well, thank you. You know, how can you go wrong with Randy Travis?
Oh, yeah,
right?
man.
Yeah, I remember his first hit records, and you know, I was in the swing of things. Had my own band and bus, and traveling the country at that time, and wet behind the ears. But his hit 1982. Remember that?
Yeah, man.
Operator, please connect me.
Sing it.
But anyway, you know, I'm amazed at you. I mean,
Thank you.
you know, when I see young guys like yourself, which is not very often, I have to admit, that have the talent you do, I just get really excited. You know,
Thank you, man.
You've got such a bright, bright future ahead of you in many ways. You know.
Thank you.
And I think the music business is right where you belong. you were born to do this. That's obvious. And yeah, I think you're comfortable being on stage and being who you are at 16 years old. You know.
Man, I've always loved the stage. I always say, I feel naked without my guitar. So I just don't feel right without it. You know, I'm walking around, I just feel really awkward. But the moment I have it, it feels natural.
I know it. You know, sometimes at home when I get frustrated with this or that, my wife will say, "Pick up the guitar. Just go get your guitar." And I do, and everything's fine after that. And I'd like to remind everybody, if you're enjoying the show so far, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you'll get further notifications about what we're doing and how we're doing it and where. And so we hope you're enjoying. I know you're enjoying this. You couldn't
Thank you, man.
not enjoy you, my friend.
Well,
And,
thank you. Man. I've been watching the YouTube channel, actually, and great content, y'all. Make sure you guys keep in touch and watch some of that.
Thank you. You know, I've always had a crowd here, you know,
Yeah,
when
man.
I entertain, and so we can't do that at this time, and getting used to that camera, you and a camera is not easy.
Yeah, man. You gotta look into it and see the audience.
Look
You know,
past
it's
the
amazing
box.
to me that if there's 500 people out here, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But you put them away and get a camera out, and it's just me and a camera, I'm frozen. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
it's
same
just-
here.
It's weird. It's weird.
We
It's
would
not.
never
It's
know
not. It's not right.
I know, right? That's how it is whenever I play over at the Bluebird. You know, it's such an amazing experience, but you know, the smaller the crowd, the more intimate, the more you know they're listening. And you know they're
Absolutely.
listening to that story, so you got to make sure that you deliver it properly. So it's,
Yes, absolutely. You know, and I enjoy an audience, and we'll get back to that. I know we will, and
Oh, yeah.
some kind of normalcy in this arena of life that we have here.
Yeah,
and
man.
you know, so tell me a story. Tell me something that you want the folks to know out here about you or what you're doing.
Yeah, man.
How can folks get a hold of you?
Okay, awesome.
How-
I thought you wanted me to
how
tell a
can
story
they-
about
How
it.
can they find Landon Wall?
Gotcha. Yeah, I got a website, landonwall.com. It's got a direct link to all my social media. It's got a link to my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook. Those are the easiest ways to contact me. And also, if you guys sign up for my mailing list on there, you get a free copy of my new single when the whiskey runs out. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, man,
Fantastic.
that song means a lot to me. So, if you guys want to let me know what y'all think about it, hit me up on my social media, and yeah.
Awesome.
Don't give it to Hunter Hayes, man. You keep it for yourself. Keep it for yourself. Oh, well, and so people can find you that way. And you just released a new album, did you?
So I'm working on one right now.
Oh, are you?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. We're gonna have that out hopefully soon, whenever we can get back in the studio.
Right, and fresh songs that you've written, and maybe your dad and a couple other writers, maybe. Or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're
Fantastic.
working on some more writing right now, and getting used to this new Zoom writes and stuff like that. Because usually, I don't know if the audience is familiar with the co-writing process, but you know, usually you go into the room with a bunch of guys or a bunch of girls, and you'll come in and you'll kind of brainstorm and come up with that idea in the room. So now we're having to do it virtually. So it's in the beginning, you're like, "Yo, what's up? Been a while." It's been interesting.
Right.
So we're getting used to that new co-writing ideas.
Yeah, and you don't know if they've showered or not, and
Oh, yeah.
you can't tell anything. You know,
It's a good thing you don't.
do what, honey?
It's a good thing you don't know of these days.
Possibly, yes.
The less you know, the better.
That's right. That's right. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm excited. And
Thank you, man.
Have you got two capos on that car?
I
on
do.
That guitar?
So I do that for some like, it's like a cheat code or something like that. So you know, drop D, usually you have to drop down your E string down to the D.
Right,
I kind of
right.
just capo under there, and I'll leave that
Hey.
one open, so it does the same thing as drop D.
You know
But I
who,
can play G normal.
you know who taught me that move right there was Steve Earle.
Really?
Steve Earle. I saw him do that, and I asked him about it, and he told me, yeah, he said, put it here and you drop D, and you play, you know, regular. And
Yeah.
and I've done that many times.
It's so convenient.
As a matter of fact, that's how I wrote a song, but I have an experience in life called Hell's Doors.
Really?
Yeah, and my dad went to his knees in the emergency room. They asked him, or he asked the doctors, "Is my son going to live?" And they said, "Well, we don't know. We don't know." And they said he went straight to his knees in the emergency room. And I wrote a song about alcoholism called Hell's Doors.
Yeah, man.
And I used that drop D method there in that song. So it's a power. I like it. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I use it quite often. But go ahead. How about another song from you, man?
Yeah, man. So this tune I'm going to do right here, can I borrow that tuner by chance?
Yeah, you sure can.
Y'all are going to hear this,
This
probably soon again.
This is a good tuner here. Don't lose it. Okay?
I won't.
It belongs to you. So.
So y'all have probably heard this. If anybody's ever came to Nashville or a music city, you'll hear "We Tune Because We Care." That's a true statement. That's because it makes us sound a little better.
We
Yeah, man.
appreciate that for sure.
Hey, thank y'all for having me again. It's been an honor.
Oh, we're
Right.
really
It's,
glad
I've
that
been
you're
excited, and thank you for coming. And
Well, thank
I
y'all for
think
having me.
I think that I hope you can find your way back here very soon. So.
Yeah, man. Always love to. So this song right here, this one right here is my current single. And if you guys have ever watched someone close to you battling addiction, you pray for the day they decide to put it all behind them. That's what this song right here is about. Looks like change is finally coming. Maybe this time for the good. There'll be things I've never felt, things I thought I never would. I've never felt heartache. I don't know how that feels, but I will. I've never been shaken to the bone, cast down and forsaken. That's a feeling I've never known. And I've never been lonely. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know when the whiskey runs out. One hand on the throttle, the other on a bottle. I know how to run and hide, how to put it all behind me till they find me on the floor. Well, I've never had a deal, never had to feel, always ran away from what's inside. But no more. I've never been shaken to the bone, cast down and forsaken. That's a feeling I've never known. And I've never been alone. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. When the whiskey runs out, I'll take that bottle in my hand, turn it up and watch it pour out on the sand. And I'll finally know what it's like to really be a man. I've never been shaken to the bone, cast down and forsaken. That's a feeling I've never known. And I've never been alone. Don't know what that's all about, but I don't know. When the whiskey runs out, when the whiskey runs out.
Goodness
Wow,
gracious.
that's a great song.
Thank you.
Landon, Bob, that's fantastic, man. And
Thank you,
I
brother.
can really relate to that, of course. The Cash family has the addiction runs through my family like a raging fire. You know,
Yes, sir.
it's touched all of us in one way or another, directly or indirectly. And you know, I drank for 38 years, and you know, it took everything I had. I don't know how it didn't take my life. It should have many times, but when I got sober 3.5 years ago, I stood out at the mailbox trying to pay the mailman for bills and stuff. I didn't know how to pay a bill when I got sober. I just didn't know. I didn't know anything. And my therapist said, when you realize you're 50 years old and you don't know anything, you'll start to heal and start to go up, you know.
Yeah.
I said, what do you mean? I know a lot of things. He said, no, you don't. And I get it now. I didn't.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know how I felt about not knowing how I felt. You know, I didn't know much. But I'm learning every day and getting my life together. And so Mr. Oxley, Brian Oxley, he did a documentary on my film that's coming out on our film.
September 7th.
I'm sorry?
September 7th.
September the 7th.
Long Road Home.
Long
Yeah,
Road
man.
Home. He interviewed 9 of my family members that have been touched by the disease of alcoholism and drug addiction, and you know, he did a great job. He went first class with it, and so my sister flew up here, and she was sick, and nobody realized how sick, and she had cirrhosis of the liver, and she wanted to talk and tell her story, and she did, and then she flew home and passed away. And that's been so difficult for me and the rest of my family, and of course those that knew and loved her. But you know, she would want, if it could help one person see that this thing will kill you, she would be happy. So she's in heavy. I lost my mom, and then less than 90 days later, I lost my sister. So
I'm sorry
tough
about that,
year,
man.
yeah. But you know, I did not pick up. I knew that a
Amen.
drink today was not the answer to my problems,
100%.
like it has been my whole life.
Yeah, man.
You wake up and you're hungover, you don't feel good, you don't know where you are, and the problem is still there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like hitting yourself in the head with a hammer. But anyway,
100%.
man, thank you for that song. I can
Thank
really
you,
relate.
man.
I know a lot of people out there can relate, and if you have an alcohol or a drug problem, ladies and gentlemen, I know somebody that does, there's help. There's hope. And I want to tell you that you don't have to die. You don't have to live that way, and there is hope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you, man.
And when did you write that song?
We wrote that one about a couple years ago.
Did
And,
you?
yeah, man. I grew up with my older brother. He had some alcohol, and he was a drug addict as well. So, you know, growing up and being around that kind of helped me find my way into music. So, you know, it was a good way to express myself, and me and Dad could both come together and, you know, kind of bond throughout everything that was going on. So,
And I knew that, but I wanted you to say that. I wanted
sir.
you to tell folks about it. You know, I'm very familiar with your father, and good job, Dad. Good job.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And let's go ahead and, you know, I got to have another song from you, man.
yeah, man.
Everybody, y'all, and talk about it if you want to. Set the song up. Mr. Landon Wall once again.
100%. So this song right here, it's got a funny story behind it. So me and my grandpa were really close. He passed away a few years ago, and I never got to take him to Nashville. So I got this ring right here with his name on it. So every time I come to Nashville, he's coming with me. And he was a great dude. I have a lot of memories with him. And like the time he was driving his 2008 Dodge Durango and tried racing a Mustang. I'm sure you can imagine how that went. And let me find the key for this one real quick. So, yeah, that's what the song right here is about. If anybody's out there, if you ever taken a selfie with a fish, let us know in the comments below. You know, yeah, man. Here we go. My grandpa loved to fish. He lived his life out on the bay. If God would grant me just one wish, we'd be out on that boat today. Ain't it funny what you remember? I remember one sunny day. Mama asked us how things went. And I heard my grandpa say, I took a selfie with the fish today. It's so much fun out on the lake with my grandson. I laughed when I heard him say, I took a selfie with the fish today. There's so much I want to tell him, if I could only find a way. Grandpa, I just got back from Nashville, played my song at the Bluebird Cafe. All those dreams we used to share, one came true just yesterday. Your 13-year-old grandson's the newest member of the CMA. I took a selfie with the fish today. They're playing my song. If there's a radio in heaven, I sure hope you have it on. I guess what I'm trying to say, I took a selfie with the fish today. He taught me how to bait a hook, taught me how to catch a brim, but I learned so much more just watching him. I remember the talk he gave me the day I threw one back in. She said they won't always be keepers, just catch your line out once again. Grandpa, I wish that you could see the one I caught today. The best catch of my life, I couldn't let her get away. I took a selfie with a fish today. It would have made you grin. I put my heart on the line and she reeled me in. She's perfect in every way. I took a selfie with a fish today. I remember you saying there's lots of fish in the sea, but Grandpa, she's the one God put there for me. The pictures are on the way. I'll send more next time I pray. Grandpa, you know what I'm trying to say. I took a selfie with a fish today. No.
Man,
That's fun.
Thank you.
you knocked it out of the park again.
Thank you.
Wow, man, I love that. You know, it makes you smile, makes you feel good inside. You know.
Yeah, man, that was a fun day.
Ah, gosh, I love it. And do you fish?
I do.
Yeah.
We try to whenever we're not on the road.
Yeah.
You know, it's well, now we probably could go fishing a lot more.
Did you fish on the bottom for catfish or bass or what?
So we have a local lake. It's
Yeah.
High Rock Lake. You know,
Okay.
we usually go out there. Wait, it's Oak Hollow, right? Oak Hollow. Oak Hollow.
And where's this?
So it's in High Point, North Carolina.
Okay. And
So it's a little bit of a ride from Trinity. But
that's where that's where you're based out of, right?
yes,
North
sir.
Carolina.
Trinity, North Carolina, a little small town with about 6,500 people.
Wow. And so, do you know where Fayetteville is?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I was born in Fayetteville.
Oh, really?
My dad was in the Army when I was born. All the cash men were born on Friday.
Really?
All of us were born on Friday, and I was born on Friday. His dad was on the radio. He was a disc jockey for AFN Armed Forces Network.
Yeah, man.
And he said, "We'll be right back. And it's 10:41." And and they came running to him and held up a message: "Get out of here. Go to the hospital." And
Oh,
there
yeah,
I was, like it or not.
That's awesome.
like it or not. So, well, yeah, Fayetteville, North Carolina. You know, I haven't been back to Fayetteville. I've been to North Carolina many times and been out on the coast and all. It's a beautiful state.
Yeah, man. I love it.
It is, and the weather's usually good there. I mean, it's not like Florida where man, it's hot down there.
It is.
Anytime it's hot, especially in the summertime.
Yeah, man.
Well, what an honor it's been to have you. And let me tell you, my friend, see what's going to happen. You're going to be backstage at the Grand Ole Opry, and you're going to be in a dressing room back there. I know how they are back there, and your name's going to be on the door. And your mama's going to say, Mark Cash is here to see you, honey, and you're going to say, Mama, see what he wants.
Nah, man.
It's going to
man.
happen. You're going to, well, I hope that doesn't happen. But
It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time.
You're going to be the backstage at the Grand Ole Opry one day, man. I'm
Thank
telling
you.
you. And keep the faith and just keep doing what you're doing because it works.
I appreciate that,
just
man.
and I know that our audience out there has enjoyed you. And so we're going to, we'll put the links below, right?
Yep.
And so tell us, Shelby.
Basically, I guess hit the subscribe button.
Right.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that.
I
And
already
definitely hit the
said
bell.
that, honey. I said that already. I did say it.
All
I know
right.
I did.
And leave us a comment and a thumbs up, and be sure to tune in at Thursday nights at 7 p.m.
At 7,
Central.
right?
And definitely participate in the chat with us. We're all on there, so we'd love
Right.
to hear from you. And
Right.
let us know what you're
let us-
thinking.
right.
Give
And,
us
and
any
you know, if you have any
requests.
requests for me or let me know. If you know our future guest and have a request, let us know. And we'd be glad to talk to you. And I hope that everybody's staying safe and doing well out there. And I know that you are. And thank you for tuning in to another Storyteller session.
Yeah, man.
And having you, as I said earlier, has been just an honor. Would you take us out, my friend?
100%, man. I appreciate
Ladies-
y'all having me.
Yes.
It's a blessing knowing great folks like you guys. And yeah, man. Thank y'all.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, to close us out, Mr. Landon Wall.
So a while back, I was playing around, and if you guys aren't familiar with what a songwriter round is, it's kind of like what me and Mark are doing right now.
Right.
So it's kind of where usually you'll have about 4 writers on a stage, and they'll play back to back, and they'll keep going on and on. It's kind of like a guitar pass, and that's a great way to be able to tell your stories with other songwriters. And right after I finished my last song on that round, we were going off stage, and I had an older gentleman come up to me, and he asked me the question, "Son, why do you sing the songs you do?" So I thought about it, and that's a hard question to answer. So we wrote this song right here about that, and yeah, it's been an honor playing for y'all. So y'all be safe and be blessed. Somebody once asked me why I sing the songs I do. There's so many songs out in the world. What made you choose? Songs about love, faith, and family. I said, mister, it's because there might be some guy out in the crowd playing Russian roulette with his wife and his kids, with a girl they just met. Then a song reminds him just what he'd be missing. You wonder why I sing the songs I do, 'cause somebody's out there listening. There's a teenage runaway staring at his future through a crystal ball. As he's watching it melt, he decides to end it all. Then a song comes on the radio, knocks that thought out of his mind, as he thinks about his mom and dad in the happier times. With his last ounce of strength, he picks up the phone. He says, "Dad, I messed up. Do you mind if I come home?" When he walks in, they run a hug and kiss him. You wonder why I sing the songs I do, 'cause somebody's out there listening. As I finished, a tear came to his eye. He said, "Thank you. I thought that might be why." Well, I was that guy out in the crowd playing Russian roulette with my wife and my kids, with a girl that I just met. They're teenage boys, my neighbor's son. He came home yesterday. His mom and dad mention your name every time they pray. Sing your songs in the noisiest bars. We need heart surgeons that play guitars. There's a world out there in critical condition. Son, please keep doing what you do, 'cause somebody's out there listening.